Good afternoon. I've done several devotionals based on the great hymns of our faith. And I sent one to my sister, and my 92-year-old sister said, "Hey, little brother, why don't you do a devotional on our mother's favorite hymn, Abide with Me?" I thought that would be a great idea, and I turned to 836 in our hymnal to reacquaint myself with it. Abide with Me was written by Henry F. Lytle. He was an obscure English pastor, and he wrote it shortly before he died in 1847. It became, over the next century, a favorite hymn of many, especially during times of distress and sorrow, but I have to say we don't hear it much these days. It does certainly have meaning and inspiration for this time of pandemic, and I'd like to review the text of the hymn with you. The words of the hymn blend together the image of both the end of day and the end of life. So it's often used for Vesper services, like we just had, and for funerals. But I think it has meaning for our everyday life as well, as we right now face the threat of illness and even death. The text is based on the account of the appearance of the risen Christ to the two disciples as they were on the road to Emmaus. After listening to him as they walked on the road, they said, "Abide with us, for it is toward evening and the day is far spent." And verse 1 takes up this theme. Abide with me. Fast falls the eventide. The darkness deepens. Lord, with me abide. When other helpers fail and comforts flee, help of the helpless, oh, abide with me. As we can't seem to control this virus, it seems like the darkness does deepen, and no one can seem to help us. So we lift up our voice to the Lord to stay with us. And the third verse expands on this theme, that we need him every hour to protect us from the threat of what is oppressing us these days. I need thy presence every passing hour. What but thy grace can foil the tempter's power? Who like thyself my guide and stay can be? Through cloud and sunshine, oh, abide with me. Verse 4 puts confidence and comfort in us. As our faith tells us, we need fear nothing life puts in our path, as we will triumph in life and for all time to come. I fear no foe, with thee at hand to bless. Ills have no weight, and tears no bitterness. Where is death's sting? Where, grave, thy victory? I triumph still, if thou abide with me. What a wonderful hymn this is. The tune used for this text is Eventide. It's written specifically for this hymn by William Monk in 1861. It is said that he wrote the music in a half hour after reading the text, as he was inspired by a beautiful sunset in the midst of some deep personal sorrow in his own life. I hope you'll take some time to read and listen to this hymn, maybe even sing it at home. You can find recordings of it on the internet, and I put on our Facebook page a link to a wonderful YouTube presentation about this hymn. I love to think about and sing the end of the second verse. O thou who changest not, abide with me. And I'm just going to let you listen now to some of this hymn.